before the practicals. So yes, I think basically that has been my musical journey so far. But I must say I've had the privilege of playing with some amazing musicians that really challenged me, as well as some here. So the school, let me come to this one, yes. I don't want to leave this out. So when I completed SHS, my father wanted me to do maths and econs. So he got me to a school in Nabongo. That was where I had my first tertiary education, but then I stopped. And the reason why I stopped was because I didn't like it. I'm not a maths person, I'm not a book person. I wanted to do music all my life. And the passion was very strong at that time. So I just told him that after first year, I told him I can't. The maths and the econs was difficult for me. My passion was music. So he said, okay, he would think through it. So apparently, along the line, he got a school in Kumasi, Ghana Baptist University, and said he's found a school that's music. So I think it would be a good place for me. So I said, okay, then move me from here. Nabugo is too hot. I wanted to come back. So I came back to Kumasi, and then that was where I met Kofi Peprah. Because at that time, he was also coming to the school, so we were in the same class. I was in the same class with Kofi Peprah, most of you know Kofi Peprah. Yes, so I was in the same class. I think at that time, he had completed K University, but because of his musical passion, so he wanted to do his music. So I met him at Ghana Baptist University College, and we were all in the same school. So I think he started giving me some of the gigs. I mean, because at that time, I was just new to, gigs, and so he started introducing me to, gigs and all of that. I'll be following him to, I started getting the exposure and experience small, till I met my boss, Achiekeyz. I think meeting Achi was, I don't even know the rest to use, but it was a turning point for me at that time. I had heard so many speculations about him that he was very harsh. I mean, he could date your top. Like, if you don't know the song, everybody back then knew who Achi was. And so when I first got my first gig to play with him, I was shaking. Please pardon me, I don't think I'm taking too much time, but yes, I need to really say this, yeah. So, going to meet Achi, then I was very, afraid. And I was told I was the one going to do piano, and he was the one going to do, and that was a big thing for me, because back then, even now, they are still big. You know, everybody in Kumasi, Accra knows Achi. I've read them, they are like the big musicians. So meeting Achi was a big deal for me. So I had to really learn the songs. I had to make sure that I was prepared. So this was what happened. I haven't shared this in public before, but some of my friends do know about this, but let me just say this. So I think, fast forward, we went for the rehearsal, and then he gave me a very straight face. Throughout the rehearsal, it was straight face. And I was thinking, am I doing the right thing now? So all I had to do was just to play what I learned. After the rehearsal, I was just sitting there playing the piano, and then he came. And the first thing he said was, you play a certain chord, can you teach me the chord you play? Wow. And I was very surprised. That really humbled me at that time. I was like, hey, you big man like this, man, make I show you something. So I said, okay, this was how I played it. But apparently he knew that chord, just that he played it in a different way. But I wanted to know how I also played it. So I think fast forward, he fell in love with my playing, and then called me one time, and then he called me. And the first thing he said is, I have a gig for you. We are going to Accra. That was my first gig in Accra. And he said, the gig we are going to play, if I don't pay you, will you go? And I was like, oh, boss, it's even a privilege for me to work with you. Because at that time, I wasn't looking at the money. I just wanted to have the experience and the exposure. And he had a lot of things I wanted, not about the money. So I wasn't money conscious. I said, I'll go. Take me anywhere, even if it's not over, I'll go back. So we came to Accra for my first gig. That was with Bonnet Family. And then, after all, he paid me. Even though he said, I think that was a test. But then he paid me during that time. I think it was around, I don't want to mention that. It was a big amount for me, and I was very grateful to him. So I think he not only that, he gave me a lot of opportunities in Accra, because at that time I didn't know anybody in Accra. So he opened a chance for me to come into Accra and then meet Kwabi. I'm very grateful for Kwabi. Kwabi also, accepted me, and then we started doing productions together. So that was where I started meeting the artists, Tune, and all of this. So it started giving me an exposure. Now I'm not a celebrity yet.